Warning. Due to being played on an emulator and just being, well, Harmony of Dissonance, this LP will contain multiple instances of background and foreground images that flash, flicker, or both, or are just incredibly bright and garish. I will try to give warning of the most egregious areas via the subtitles, but in case I slip, please be aware of the possibility if you are visually sensitive. Hey guys, Penadaily here, and welcome back to Let's Play Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance. In the last episode, we took on the devil boss, who, thank goodness we had the Eye of Vlad and were immune to curses. And today, we are going to head on to a new area. And so we come along here and, ow, yeah, I don't like this guy. Meet the ruler sword. They're annoying. Really, in my opinion, it's easier just to do, that. Now, we need to equip the night goggles. It drops our defense a bit, but this is the only way we can see. So, Here we get a face guard. We'll want to, equip that as soon as we get out of here. Be careful. If you're not wearing the night goggles, the only thing you can see is Juste and a tiny little area around him. With the night goggles, it expands this far. Don't jump into the spikes. Don't, fall into the spikes. Just move along carefully. And of course here, we get a hint card. So let's take a look at that. Right. So we get hint card 2. The eyes of the goddess statue point to a secret passage. We have actually seen where that is. The goddess statue is, in fact, the one back in the skeleton den. But the secret passage we can't get to yet. We need some other stuff. So, we slide through there and get the chaos ring. If we take it... That's an equipable, not an item. The chaos ring is, of course... It increases the strength of the holy water. We're not using that, so, Moving right along. And we come through here into the Aqueduct of Dragons. And I'm going to immediately go back. The face guard, Note that the face guard ups our attack quite a bit. So we're going to come through here. And we are in the, of course, traditional Dracula sewer level. Meet the Fishman. They're not too difficult. Honestly, I find the easiest way to deal with fishmen is just that. Dash under them. Otherwise, they take, they're weak to thunder, which is nice, but they take a lot of hits. No. I do not want the fist. And then this is the merman, of course. This place is basically lousy with both mermen and fishmen, and you will have to deal with both. So, we come this way, and we get... Oh yeah, watch out for the mermen. They do that. Fishmen just spit water at you, much like the ones in Arrgh. Let's see. You can also, hit the... Ow! You know what? Screw it. I said just, dash. Generally, you're fine. Now let's see. I'm gonna go up just to heal. If you want to leave what's up here, actually, until later. You want to get everything else first, because up here is actually the way to progression. But we're going to come down here. Ignore him. Come through here. And just, dash along. You'll still have to fight these guys coming back, but you're going to have to dash through that stuff anyway. And here we have the blue stone, which is ice attacks. I think, and a lot of things down here are vulnerable to that. Let's check the secret info. Encyclopedia. Let's see. Watch for fishmen. There we are, fishmen. Yeah, they're weak to ice. They're not weak to thunder. So you definitely want to re-equip the blue stone instead. So we go through that, and then you see we're doing a lot more. Ow! They also slide at you like that. Just keep whacking them, and you can probably, get away, kill them before they attack you. Especially if you get a critical like I did on that one guy. So we got that, and now we're going to go down here. Watch out for freaking slime. Yeah, I believe these guys curse you, and of course, we are immune to curses. So dash under there, because those things will come out with distressing regularity. No, as the book is not bad, but I'm going to go with... Now let's see, we actually have gauntlets, which I think are pretty... No, the hard gloves are better, so we're going to use the hard gloves. Ignore that. And keep going. Yeah, I'm one of those people who always goes for defense in these games, because I can't really avoid getting hit. And I'm not much of a magic user. Okay, this guy's fun. Ow. Ah, okay then. Yeah, he dies reasonably quickly, though he can hurt you pretty bad. But if you come through here, we get the Nail of Vlad, which is a relic. Let's see here. Come on. Seriously? Okay. Increases strength, so that ups our attack, which is fairly nice. So we've got the Nail of Vlad. No. Let's see. Yeah, okay, now we go down here. There isn't too much down here, but we might as well go. It'll give our... Yeah, we can't get through here. Note, you can actually hear the crosses dashing themselves on it, which shows that it has a hitbox. It's just indestructible to the crosses right now. That's when you see your crosses doing that, that's sometimes a clue that there is a way to deal with something, even if you don't have it. Darn bats. Okay, so. Ah. Right. Ow. Yeesh. The bats don't do a lot of damage, but, you know, that one hit point, ow, keeps adding up. Alright, yeesh. Right, ow, dang. And it's so hard to get out of their way, too. Alright, well, just, woof, yeah. Yep, they just keep coming. So, yeah, get under that guy and go. You're fine. Now just go straight up, back to the healing place again. Save while I'm at it. And let's move along. Just keep... Yep, and we meet... Woof! The Giant Merman. This guy, he's got 3 attacks. This first one, the water wave, you can jump over it pretty quickly and easily. And then he turns into a ball like that, which, again, fairly easy to do. And then he does this. Note that the cross manages to inflict a lot of damage and kills those mermen so that you don't have to worry about it. So, just like that, he's going to, you know, if you back him up so that when he jumps, he actually goes up onto the platform, you can get under the platform. Yeah. Again, I suggest the cross. The real problem is that, yeah, those mermen as opposed to the fishmen are really the problem, because he summons 4, so it's a lot harder to kill them all before you get hurt. But, as you can see, he doesn't have a whole lot of health, so no dagger. So we can kill him, get a life max up, and a heart max up, but most importantly, we get to move into a new area. And we are in the clock tower. And for a moment, we'll check the map, and yeah, we're about 3/4 done with the castle. Which, seems about right for the clock tower, which is usually the bane of your existence. And this, of course, is also the place that we would run into, you know, if we went through that door behind the devil boss. But this is a much better way to enter it because, well, we do some stuff. And then, of course, we've got all of these guys. Kill all of these guys, and we get another heart max up. But this is more someplace you should remember for later. Back down. The Paranthropus really aren't that difficult. Yeah, you see what I mean. Just keep whacking them. And keep going up. Let's see. And keep going up. And here we are. And we can open this switch. And this is why you really want to get into the clock tower from this side. Because otherwise, you know, you always have to enter the clock tower from that side if you're ever going to open that. And you want to open that because it's going to make things much easier for you in the future. So this guy is a specter. Just try and, you know, ouch, stay out of his way and hit him. He takes 3, and much like every other enemy of his type, you want to hit the sword. That's where his... Unlike others, when he takes a hit, he becomes invulnerable for a time. That's one of the nice things about the cross thing, because it will hang around just as long as you need, and it will kill him without him managing to hurt you. And that would be a cross if you didn't have it already. Youch! Yeah. For this, patience. Ow! Dang it! And, you know, try not to fall. Make sure you've got a good footing and stay still, and patience. If the thing starts to move before you can jump on it, wait for it to come back. There will be a nastier version of this later, but for now, just be patient. Let's see here. Alright, yep. Okay, so we managed to do that, and now we come down here, and we can use our crosses to kill off those guys fast, which is always nice. And we get our third bit of the map. So now we've got a bit more of the castle map. There are of course, places we haven't seen yet, but that's, you know, just how castle maps go. Alright, this Harpy. We don't have their weakness yet. Nope. Sticking with the cross. So, their weakness is wind. So, since we have the wind book, you may want to use wind cross on them if they get to be too much of a pain. For now, you know, just one Harpy, not that big a deal, but, you know, they will attack in larger numbers higher in the clock tower, and you don't want to... Ow! Yeah, like that, jerk. Just keep whacking them. Speaking of, you know, questions of how certain enemies manage to get past the Nintendo sensors, the Harpy is another one of those. She's not wearing a shirt. You can kind of see the boobs. Admittedly, they look more like pecs because of the way the sprite is designed, but still, it's a bit strange. Alright, so we got that done at least. I'm gonna do that again because, like I said, these birds will give you so much trouble. We don't want to go down there yet. That is for progression, and we will eventually deal with it. For now, just keep... Honestly, I would just keep spamming it if you can. We got an armor, the scale armor, which, as you can see, gives us an extra 7 points of defense. So let's go with that. There we go. Just keep running. We'll kill that lets us fill in the map. And also, you know, kill the Harpy and get some good stuff. Oof, yeah. Just keep moving. It's a good thing we picked up that life max up. There's nothing down there. And, of course, everybody's favorite pain in the neck, the Medusa heads. The gold Medusa heads. As you probably know, if you played Arrgh or watched my LP of Arrgh, the gold ones will petrify you. The blue ones just knock you down and annoy the heck out of you. The gold ones petrify you. So, keep moving along. Just, yeah. This one, the Harpies are... Oh, I took the wrong way. Yeah, I went 1-2. So we'll just go back to the front first. And, you know, watch this guy. Yep. Note they die a lot quicker than they did before. Alright, so now we continue on through this room. And that is a regular ruler sword. Or, excuse me, this is a ruler sword level 2. Yeah. They're actually not quite as annoying. They die faster, in my opinion. than the level 1 guy that we had to deal with before getting into the aqueduct. So, just move along. Really? There we go. Just die. And now we're here. Oh, hey, money. Money is good. Watch out. Yeah, because, you know, we're not immune to petrification yet, I'm fairly sure. Okay, there is some stuff through here, and I do want to get it, but first I want to go up this way because there is a save point, and I'd like to recharge on magic and health. Mostly magic, because as I said, these harpies are really annoying. And that's the nice thing about the Wind Cross, is they have real trouble getting close to me. Now, there's some stuff down there, which we could... Yeah, might as well. We'll do this first. Eventually, we are going to have to come back down here. Because through that door is a room that we can't actually do anything with yet. So, you know, but we'll come down here for now, because there is a white dragon and an antique table. And 4 harpies giving us a hard time, so that's what the Wind Cross is for. Okay. So we move up this way, and you do want to do this before you really do anything else in the clock tower, because there's something really nice this way. Okay, let's see here. We come this way, and all the way down. Don't hit any of those. I know at least one of those stupid... Okay, meet the Guardian Armor. You cannot actually hurt him. See, you're not doing any damage. What you have to do is just keep whacking him. You will knock him back. Just keep hitting him to knock him back. Keep going. See those gears? Yep, you're gonna drive him back into them. And that's a pain that's gonna linger. Yeah, there's a gory discretion shot for you. But as you can see, it throws out armor. And this is some of the best armor. Certainly it's the best armor you can get right now. So, let's see. Guardian Helm. If you notice, the things that you're looking for tend to be listed in your inventory in vague order of how good they are. So, let's see. Guardian Glove. It's the lowest gauntlet, so it's the best. And now our armor's up to a huge 123 defense. That's pretty nice. So yeah, you want to do that before you deal with the rest of the clock tower, because, well, there are some things that might give you a little trouble. Not the next boss, but we're going to continue on here. We're going to fight that boss and probably get, you know, a little more plot done. And then see how far things take us. Just careful. I'm going to go back in there to heal up. And save, so that we don't have to fight the Guardian Armor again if I die. I don't expect to die to this next boss, but I am always careful. Okay, that's not even close to true, but I'm always paranoid, which is probably a much better term. Okay, there's nothing really up here, so we go through here and we meet Max Slimer. He is a giant slime. And he can, in fact, inflict on you all the status effects that regular slimes can. You just keep hitting him, and he will throw off little bits of himself, the tiny slimes, which you have to kill as well. You don't have to kill them, necessarily, but you're going to want to, because they're kind of going to get in your way if you don't. Ow. So, yeah, the jerk just poisoned me because I landed on him. Try not to land on him. I'm going to use an anti-venom. Not that he's really dangerous, but I just don't want to deal with it. And now, of course, he falls off the ceiling. You need to... Oof! Yeah. Luckily, that little guy didn't bother to hurt us. so that's good. Just keep whacking him. Sometimes he'll throw slimes out in your direction, sometimes they won't. And of course, they are transparent and thus invincible when they first come off him. They don't actually become hittable until they hit the ground. So, ow, jerk. Alright, yeah, but he's really not that difficult. The hardest thing is getting over him when you get into a corner. If you let him go long enough, he actually changes color. He'll turn yellow and then orange. But it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't change his status attacks or anything like that. He just changes color, I suppose, to make the fight a little less visually boring. Yeah, let's see what this does. Yeah, one of the nice things about... Yeah, let's try that and see what happens. Yeah, the real nice thing is that, you know, when I'm up there, the little slimes cannot hurt you because they don't have hitboxes until they touch the ground. So, you know, you can just really... Ow. Yeah, there, see? He turned orange. You can actually sort of just stand up there and spam Wind Cross if you want. It's kind of ridiculous. But we killed him. And so he explodes and sends slime everywhere. Luckily, none of it got on our pretty white pants. And there we go. Alright. So, now that we've done that, we're going to come up here. And we go in here and meet the Feather Demon. This was a guy we saw earlier when we got near the treasury. You know what? Forget it. They're kind of... Actually, they're a lot like the Malphas enemies from Symphony of the Night. They aren't, but they're a lot like him. And, let's see. We're gonna equip the Greenstone. It adds wind attacks, which Harpies are weak to, and I think so are these guys. But I'm not messing with him right now. I'll have to check. But at least the Harpies are weak to it, so you don't have to spam Wind Cross unnecessarily on them. Ow. Lady, get out of my way. Freaking Harpy. Luckily, there's nothing... Well, we're about to get some plot at the top of here, but we don't have to worry about a battle. Arrgh! Death has returned! I'm sorry, what? Mortal, you know of a man by the name of Maxim, do you not? Yes, I do. What about him? I believe that man has discovered objects that hold my lord's powers. You mean Dracula's remains? My lord's fragmented remains? Now it all makes perfect sense. What on earth are you talking about? You have provided me with an answer, so I shall reward you with an explanation. It's simple. This castle is a creation of Maxim's will. Almost said the castle was a creature of chaos. Sorry about that. What? But he's not capable of such a feat. True of the original Maxim, but possession of my lord's remains changes everything. The castle's two spirits now embody my lord's powers. The castle's two spirits? Two spirits exist now within his body. His original spirit and a wicked spirit born of my lord's remains. What a ridiculous notion. And so, two castles were born to embody the two spirits. Of the two spirits, the wicked one wanted the castles most. Wait a minute, what do you mean by two castles? Ignorant mortal, don't you realize that this castle has two layers? I don't want to have anything more to do with you. Farewell. Wait, are you running away from me? This castle, as it is now, is a transient one. I must go and aid its completion. Yeah, despite the oddly, pleasant chats you've been having, Juste, death is not your friend. So we press up here at this gate, and it does this thing from Symphony of the Night, but instead of spitting out a doppelganger, we find ourselves... This is the same place I was before, but the aura about it has changed. Now I see. This is what Death meant when he said there were two castles. So let's check our map. Yeah, we have Castle A and B. This is Castle B and Castle A. Yeah, this game has a dark world, light world thing. And honestly, I think really a lot of how they handled it is really quite fascinating and really well done. Looks like I missed part of that map. I'll have to fill that in later. But yeah, I mean, this game has a really strong light world, dark world thing. For one thing, a lot of those walls we've seen on our trip through the castle that we knew we could do something about, but couldn't actually do anything about, we have to break those in the other world, and then they will be broken in this one, in the one that... Break it in one world, and it'll be broken in both, is what I meant to say. Meet the flea armor. Ugh. First you kill the armor, and that releases the flea man. And then, of course, we get a life max up. You're going to find a lot of where something important was in one castle, you wind up with a heart max up or a life max up in the other a lot of the time. So now we get to fill in, yeah, the map actually doesn't go to 100% completion. It goes to 200% completion. And the two castles, while being mostly the same, aren't exact. This room is actually the mirror of a room farther down, where of course the ruler sword level 2 was. And that room's counterpart is the counterpart of the room where we fought the Max Slimer, complete with another boss, which I'm going to fight before we call it a day, because it's kind of a silly low-level boss. Or, you know, actually, we got a few other things to do here. Maybe I'll do that instead. Yeah. So, of course, if we come through here, this is, of course, towards the place where we got the Guardian armor. You would have seen in the other castle that you could, whip that gear and it would turn. It doesn't do anything except let you know that, hey, you can whip gears and they turn. But in this castle, it opens the path. There's not actually too much here, so we kill the disc armor. I thought you were already dead. And we kill the white dragon. Level 2. Weirdly enough, level 2s, I guess maybe they have more hit points or something, because they definitely aren't more complicated to defeat. He doesn't spit fireballs like level 1. And he's still attached to the wall, unlike level 3. But we get a heart max up, which is nice. It's not as nice as the Guardian armor, but it's nice. So we come down this way. And we're going to go... Now we drop down through here. And... Yep, Medusa heads. At least they're the blue kind. Just follow it down. Follow it all the way down for map completion, because unlike in the others, there's not a table or any kind of furniture here. Alright, let's see here. And we come into here, and aha! We see that. Now, meet the Bronze Garter. As you can see, he does take damage from your whip. It's perfectly possible to kill him by whipping him to death. You don't want to do that, because you want to bring him here. You step on that, the hammer knocks him into this wall and opens it. That will open this area in the other castle, too, and open up this. We're not going to deal with it just yet. We're going to do a lot of other things in this castle. First, you see that in this is a merchant room that doesn't have a merchant in it yet. Do you see here, in that corner, that symbol? That's what you need for the merchant to appear. It is an item called the Noon Star. I'm not actually sure what it does as an item. I know that it will drop off of an enemy later in the game. But we're going to save here. Not really because we need to, but because we're here. And now we get to go into this room. And we're going to get to chase a steel ball around a track. So, we step on that switch, and that, opens the gate. Now you just want to slide, and you're going to slide pretty much the entire way. Just keep going. keep sliding, because you can slide upstairs, and you can... Ow. Careful. You can slide upstairs and down, and, you know, sliding will, of course, attack enemies, kills the flea men, which is extremely good. You want to go down here. Don't pay any attention to that right now. Deal with it later, because you are racing that steel ball around this track, and if you don't go as fast as that ball, you will regret it. It's not that bad. This is actually really quite an easy one, as long as you... It's the first one, and it's really the one that you practice. See how we made it all the way up here? If you don't, the ball, of course, will come right into here. We'll see how much we anticipated it by. Yeah. See, if you're not fast enough, the ball goes there, and then you can't get through. But we got the healing mail, which heals you as you walk, which can be useful in some situations, and the heart choker, which gives you hearts if you wear it. I'm not very into either of those, but still. They're there. They can be nice. So we slide this way again, and I'm doing the slide mostly because A, it's faster, and B, it kills the flea men. And you definitely want to get used to, you know, this one at least is certainly done with the slide. There is a harder version in Castle A that we will deal with probably here not too long, and we get a raccoon figure and a lucky ring. The ring ups luck. The raccoon figure is, well, I'm pretty sure it's actually like a tanuki of sorts, but it's, you know, they always translate it as raccoon because most Westerners don't know what a tanuki is. They're sometimes called raccoon dogs, but they are actually closer to the red panda, I believe. And they are a traditional trickster character in Japanese folklore. But hey, we got everything we needed, so we're gonna head out here, and we've been doing this about half an hour, really. So I think I'm gonna save and call it here. And next time we will go fight that boss and do some interesting things in the new Dark Castle. So I will see you guys later. Have a great day.